Hello, Harmony 4. I just wanted to go over the Harmony 4 midterm practice test here. Here's the answer key. This is also available on OL, so you can check this out whenever you want. Let's hear what this piece sounds like, the first one here. Okay, so that is our first tune here. You had to analyze it, and you'll see there are lots of hybrid voicings here. Here's B flat over E flat. Here's A flat over D flat. Notice no thirds in these chords, right? Although you may have noticed a third here, which could take this and make it into an E flat major 7 with a 9. So, there are certain things that could be analyzed slightly differently than what is presented in this answer key. Remember the deceptive resolution? A secondary dominant with a diatonic root resolves instead like a sub 5 to a modal interchange chord, right? A secondary dominant with a diatonic root, again, resolves deceptively like a sub 5 to get to a modal interchange chord. Okay? Notice that we have a dominant pedal here on B flat that lasts throughout this whole section. So label it with dominant pedal. That's worth a point. Okay, here's an inversion. B flat is a chord tone on E flat. So this is an inversion, not a hybrid, right? But these could be understood as hybrids. Notice that you can analyze some of these without the bass, right? See, so flat 2, that's just saying this is an F flat, this is a G flat chord over a pedal, a pedal point that lasts for the whole thing here. But some of them it's going to be all combined into a 5/7 sus4. These are both going to sound like 5/7 sus4s. This one has the regular mixolydian tensions. This one has the minor tensions with it, but they're both sus4 chords. Okay, notice that here we have a flat 7/7. Okay, that's going to resolve like a dominant that goes down a fifth. Okay, so that's how we get this analysis with the parentheses here. That shows that flat 7/7 usually goes to 1. In this case, it's going to modulate to a new key. What is that new key? That new key is F sharp major. So here is a sub 5. It's flat 3, 7 in parentheses, in quotes, right? But it's resolving like a down a fifth. So that goes to a modal interchange chord as well. Notice up here there's a tonic pedal, F sharp, in the upper voice throughout these 4 chords. Here's a contiguous progression, 2/5, but it goes up by half step. So 2/5, all these 2/5s are going up by half step. It's a pattern. It's not, these shouldn't be analyzed with Roman numerals because it's a pattern, right? And you could analyze the first, couple with Roman numerals if you want, but it's not necessary, just that you know the contiguous pattern. Notice that at the end, this sub 5/7 of the new key that comes back. Okay, so it's sub 5/7 in the key of E flat major. All right, so here's our tonic pedal again, and remember we have a dominant pedal over here from this B flat all the way over. All right, what else to talk about? Yeah. Enharmonic spellings down here. This would actually be a C natural, right? Here's a C natural here, but could be written as B sharp, I guess. I don't really like that, to tell you the truth. Here, E flat is the net analysis, but it's a D sharp dominant 7. So there's some enharmonic stuff going on. Okay, here we have to write some hybrid voicings. Notice we're in the key of A flat, but we don't begin on 1, we begin on flat 7, and instead it goes down to a 5/7 of 2 using the altered scale. So here's what the hybrid voicings sound like. And then shoot. Sorry about the hesitation there. Anyway, these are some good hybrid voicings. Notice on altered, use the flat 5 over the root. Here's a Dorian hybrid, very common one. Here's one of the 5/7 sus4. Remember, and none of these hybrids are going to have thirds or roots in the upper structure, right? So make sure to leave those out. Here's the Lydian dominant. Notice the D sharp here. That's the sharp 11. And over here, notice you can have a tonic Lydian chord scale for the tonic, and that would be the D natural here. All right. Remember to write your hybrids like this. There's no suffix for the lower structure. It's just one note, right? There's just one note here, so there's no suffix like F minor or F dominant or anything like that here. Okay? Over here in the polychord voicing, remember that you're going to include the root, the third, and the seventh in the bass, or occasionally just the root, the third, and the fifth. And then the upper structures will follow the chord scale. Remember the chord scale, all these tones in this whole thing, and also in the hybrids, they follow the chord scale. Okay? So let me see if I can play this example here. And this is in A major, so 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So there's the polychord example. There are lots of solutions, but they should all contain the notes of the chord scale. All right. Remember to call me, or I should say email me with any questions. Show up to my office hour. I'll be happy to talk you through this in more detail.